Once the galley was structurally built, we began with painting. We decided to just choose a standard white that would endure the elements of camping anywhere in the country. Then it was on to the backsplash. We went with a light peel and stick, but for good measure, we decided to use Gorilla adhesive for the back of it to ensure that it would stay. Next, it was on to the plumbing. We knew from the start that we wanted hot water, so here I'm drilling holes for the freshwater inlet, the gray water, and the propane inlet that's going to feed the hot water heater. The freshwater system is actually pretty simple. We're using a 12-volt water pump to an accumulator to maintain pressure. But when we're on city water and we're using city pressure, we turn the valves, bypass the 12-volt system, and that gives us city water pressure. After the install was complete, it was time for testing. And then it was on to the electrical. Here we see that I used a dual battery 20 amp charger to twin batteries. The batteries that were used were only temporarily used because they were what I had available. We ran it through a dual battery switch with fuse protection. On the outside we have USB, battery monitor, a 110 that's tapped into the 110, and two switches, one for the freshwater pump and one for the under lighting. Above the hot water heater, I just put a slight heat shield just for safe measure, and then alongside of it we have our 12-volt lights. It's ran alongside the actual door tracking in some slide conduit. It's just RGB wiring, and it's not the most efficient light. We may be upgrading shortly, but for the time being, it's actually worked quite well. This Runaway has definitely come a long way, and please stay tuned for the interior build that'll be coming up shortly.